Okay, hello Cloud Gurus and welcome to this lecture. This lecture it's going to be a lab and I have a real life snowball here in my office. Unfortunately, it's not the Snowball Edge. They are severely in demand in the UK right now. And Amazon were not able to deliver one. So it is just a regular snowball, but we're going to have lots of fun getting this set up. So if you've got the time, just log into the AWS console. Okay, so here I am in the AWS console. I'm in the London region, and if you just scroll down, you'll notice that Snowball isn't under storage. It's actually down here under migration. So go ahead and click on Snowball. Now I've got a couple of jobs here. The job that actually worked was called Please Send Me a Snowball. And we can see that I created the job, the appliance has been prepared, a shipment has been prepared, it's been shipped to you, and now it's been delivered. So it is actually here at this stage, so it's in my office. And by the time I send it back, we're going to put it in transit to AWS. It will be at AWS, they'll be importing, and then it will be completed. Now, it's going to seem a little bit funny, but I'm basically just going to put a text file on this snowball which says "Hello Cloud Gurus" and send that back to Amazon. So I don't know if they're actually going to see the data or not, but the data is only going to be in kilobytes in size, and it is a petabyte, petabyte size appliance. So they might just think I'm crazy. This was the other one that I had earlier on. This was for the Edge. And that was the one that they couldn't send me just because demand has outstripped supply, so that has been cancelled. Now you can go up here and create a job and go through all these different steps. So plan your job, we're going to import into Amazon S3. We can go ahead and keep hitting next over here. I'm not going to go through all this because you can do it yourself if you want, but you're just filling in things like your address details. You need to set up an S3 bucket for it. You need to set your encryptions, and then you're basically setting notifications, which is using SNS, which we'll cover later on in the course, but essentially it sends you automatic emails telling you that your snowball is en route, and then you just review everything and hit complete. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go back to the Snowball's landing screen, and I'm going to go here and I'm going to get the client. So I'll need the client in order to connect to my Snowball. So I am using Mac OS X currently, so I'm just going to go ahead and download that. And once it's downloaded, I'm going to go ahead and install it on my Mac. And then what we'll do is we'll look at the Snowball, see what it looks like, and how we can plug it in.
Okay, so here we are. We've got our snowball. It has finally arrived. Like I said, this is not a Snowball Edge. It's just a standard snowball. It is very big. It's very heavy as well, actually. I was surprised how heavy it is. I got quite out of breath just taking it upstairs. So let's have a look at what each individual component does. Okay, so this is the front of the snowball, and you can see we've got this little thing just down here. It's like a little handle that we've got to open up. It says open this panel first. Flip it to lie on top of the case. And you can see my snowball has been damaged by somebody else. AWS, if you're watching this, that's how it arrived. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and open this panel and flip it back up onto the top of the case. And so all we do is we push in this little button here, push this up, and that opens up the top of the case. And then you can see in here, this is our Kindle that we're going to use in order to access our snowball. Next thing we need to do is just turn it around. We've got to open up this panel on the back. We just click in this button, push it up, and in here we can see at the very top you've got the power cables and the Ethernet cables, etc. And so here's our power cables and our Ethernet cables. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to unwind all of this. I'm going to plug in the power, and then I'm going to plug the Ethernet cable into my router or router, however you wanted to pronounce it, whether you're Australian or American, downstairs. And then what I'm going to do is fire up the Snowball client. One thing to note is that the Snowball doesn't come with its own power lead. You do need your own adapter. It's just a standard kettle plug though, so we're just going to plug that in now. Okay, so everything's plugged in. And all we need to do now is go down here, and down just above the Kindle you can see there's a power button. So I'm just going to turn that on. Boom! It's quite noisy. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go back over to my PC, and I'm going to go ahead and install the command line tools, and I'll show you how to do that.
Okay, and it actually took a little bit of time for my snowball to be ready, but once it is ready, you'll see this ready screen, and you can see I'm using RJ45 or standard Ethernet in order to connect in. but you can also use SFP, and you can use copper or optical fiber as well. Okay, so now we've installed the Snowball command line tools, but in order to use it, we actually need to get our credentials. So we need to go into our Snowball dashboard, then we just need to click in here and hit Get Credentials, and then you'll need these credentials to authenticate your access to the appliance. So this is my unlock code, and then this is my manifest file. So I'm going to download my manifest file, and then I'm going to copy and paste my unlock code into my clipboard, and I'm going to move that manifold file over to the same directory as my command line. Okay, so we need to start the Snowball service now. So I'm going to just type in / and then Snowball, and then what I need to do is do then it's start, and then what we need to do is the location, network location. So it's 192.168.1.116. We then need to link the manifest file. So we need to go -m, and then we need to type in the manifest file, which I think is that one. There we go. And then what I need to do is then enter in my unlock code. And this is the unlock code for my manifest. So it's -u. And I just went back over to my browser and got it from the Snowball splash screen. And that should be it. Go ahead and hit enter. And that should start up my Snowball. There you go. So it says ready to transfer. When you're finished, run Snowball stop. So we're all ready to transfer over our appliance. So in order to do that, I'm just going to create a new file. So it's just going to be echo hello cloud gurus. I'm going to output that to a hello.txt file. So if we type in ls, we can see my hello.txt. If I nano hello.txt, you can just have a look and make sure it's in there. So there you go. I can't believe we're actually going to send this to Amazon on a Snowball. So I'm going to clear the screen. Okay, so now it's really, really easy to use. All I need to do is type in Snowball. Actually, I'll just do it like this. So Snowball, and then copy. And then we need our file name. So it's hello.txt. And then we need the directory or the bucket namespace that we created for this Snowball job. Now, if you do forget it, you can come over here to your browser, go view job details, click on details, and in here you can see resources bucket. And so mine's called A Cloud Guru Snowball. So I'm just going to copy that into my clipboard, paste it in here, and then go ahead and hit enter. And there we go. It has now transferred my file over to my Snowball, and it is all ready to be sent back to Amazon. So we've created an 8-byte file. We've transferred it over to our Snowball. And now I'm going to arrange for Amazon to come and pick the Snowball up. We're going to send it back to AWS, and they're going to then transfer that text file over to my S3 bucket. So I really hope you have enjoyed this lecture, guys. Again, it's just good to know what a Snowball is at a high level and how it all works. If you ever do, go out and get one, they are lots of fun, but don't do what I did and just copy one single text file and then put it into S3. I might actually do a local backup of our A Cloud Guru directory, of our A Cloud Guru file server, and put that into S3, so I might not just send them back a text file, but we'll see. Okay, so if you've got any questions, please let me know. If not, feel free to move on to the next lecture. Thank you.